No school determines your worth. Look at me, please let me into your college. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It is Vlogmas Day 4 and I thought what better gift could I give to viewers and young people out there than talk about the college application process. Today I'll be going over some last minute really great tips I have for cleaning that essay up, maybe starting from scratch, restructuring, all the best tips for college application so you guys can have a successful admissions process. If you don't know, my name is Angelica. I like to make videos about college lifestyle. Let's get the spread energy, so definitely subscribe, follow me on my social media and be part of the community. And yeah, let's get straight to the video. The camera was at such a low angle, my double chin and my face looks a little plump, but I don't think it's that plump right now, so I think it was just the angle. Anyways. So first and foremost, stop using the words very, really, super, extra, extremely. A lot of times you can actually get rid of this word and it's still gonna have the same impact. Or there's so many more flavorful, spicy, exciting adjectives you can use. Instead of saying it was very hot that day, you can say it was fuming hot that day, scorching hot that day, or you can just say it was hot that day. So get creative with it. There are so many great, colorful, cool, fun adjectives you can use. Please, Command F on your essays, very to replace later, so you go back and replace these words. So definitely limit yourself to using these words either once or twice in the entire essay, but again, there are so many better adjectives you could use. Next one is a big universal one I've been seeing with a lot of essays I edit, is that too many people take too long to get to the point of the essay. I think a lot of students really focus on the setting and building it up, the exposition, and although that is all great, people definitely will lose interest. So keep your exposition and your settings and your details as close to maybe 3 to 5 sentences as possible. That way you can quickly answer the prompt with your thesis, your aha moment, your realization, or really the answering to the prompt and why you're writing this essay. You can always go back and tell the details throughout the essay, but you don't want to lose the reader within 5 sentences, so keep it tight, keep it really to the bare bones of what you really need to set it up. I always love to tell people that use the STAR method of situation, task, action, result. State the situation, the task at hand, the actions you did, what happened, and then results and the takeaways. Of course, you can get creative with that storytelling, with the techniques, but keep that intro as short, skinny, slim as possible. You don't want to lose the readers. And going off of talking about the aha moment or the thesis, this is kind of your answer to your prompt. So it's either 1 to 2 sentences, but it's like the thesis statement of your entire essay, your main idea, and you want to make sure every word, sentence, theme, anecdote, storytelling, stories, rants, whatever in your essay is going straight into building this thesis, supporting this main idea. And you want to build like a narrative for yourself of like, who is this person? Why are they writing this essay? And why are all these other words and sentences supplementing that thesis? So develop a thesis answer of like, okay, what about this essay am I trying to say and what is my main point? The sooner you do this, the cleaner your essay is going to be and the easier it is going to be for the reader to read it. Another great thing I love to tell people is that when you're writing your essays or just brainstorming your applications, I want you to write down 3 to 5 core identities or qualities you want the reader to know about you. What's really important? Is it that you are passionate about animals, hardworking, maybe you have changed, or like what are qualities you want to show them that is really important to your application, and how are you doing a good job of the storytelling, the adjectives, the activities you talk about, the thesis statement, the words you use, the dialogues you say. How is that all helping you build into this idea of these qualities you develop for yourself? This way is clear cut of like who you are, what you stand for. Maybe you're confused of who you are not, but at least that's part of your brand. So develop like these core main phrases and words you want to be associated with yourself. You can sprinkle those themes throughout the essays and also the application. This is really when it gets exciting and fun. I know a lot of us are tidying up these essays, getting more creative, and really making a lot of our drafts and final reviews and revisions. I think a great way to keep an essay dynamic and fun and interesting is playing around with the timeline. I've talked about this in my other videos before. Don't be afraid to switch up the order of how you're storytelling. This is really where the magic happens. You don't always have to tell us, one day I woke up, I was angry that the world was, I don't know, too much pollution, and then I decided to do this club, and then we did this and this. You can always start from the end and the beginning or the middle, like kind of like how those crime shows do it. They like to start at the end of the murder and they go 24 hours earlier. So it's a great way to keep the audience engaged, a cliffhanger, interested, flash forward, flash backward. This is a really easy yet a thing that you can do even further along your essay writing process of just like rearranging paragraphs, changing the tenses of some of the verbs. Just make sure you're staying consistent with everything and you're doing a clear, good job of directing where that narrative is going and where you're coming from. And think about your favorite books, TV shows, and movies. They all like to start at different points. They don't always start at the beginning, middle, and end, especially how they start that storyline. You can get really creative of how you want to begin and bring the reader and the audience into your world, your thoughts, or whatever you're trying to talk about. And last but not least, this is really for a tip I talked about in my other video as well, but if you're really stuck on what to write about, you feel like your essay is boring, you feel like you can go deeper, take either a small moment in your life or something you've noticed, an observation, and blow it up really big. So maybe it's an observation of culture, society, things you've noticed in your own hometown, or take something, a big idea, and bring it down to a small idea. So maybe you know global warming is a problem, but you really notice that specifically there are a lot of plastic straws at this specific Starbucks, or that has nothing to do with global warming. I just couldn't think of a better example, but you get the point. Do it either this way or this way. That's a really easy way to keep it really applicable, but also specific. I think this is a great technique to use if you're really stuck on what to write about, how to write it, and how to approach it, so you don't always feel like you're just going from like, I did this today, I'm going to do that tomorrow, this is what happened, look at me, please let me into your college. You can genuinely tell a story and showing qualities about you, whether it's what you care about, what you don't care about, what you want to do, what you don't want to do, or even just small cool moments like going to Costco or going on a hike, and how it just made you think about deep thoughts, shower thoughts. Definitely expand on those things if it's a really part of your application or a pivotal moment in your life, and how you approach thinking and living and people and all that stuff. Admissions officers, they read so many applications and essays, they start to get very similar, the patterns, to change up the syntax, the stories, the way you're telling them. Don't be afraid to think, oh, this is so stupid to talk about. What you think is stupid could be really interesting. So keep it spicy, keep it different, and don't be afraid to do something unique. Just make sure you're answering the prompt, you're clear, you're concise, and you are giving them good takeaways, results, and what you're going to do forward and what you're going to do after this, and how you are progressing and doing better. And people want to read a good progress, moving forward story, even if it's moving slowly forward. Oh, people like moving forward. Alright, that is it for today's video. I do have other college application admissions tips videos. I also just interviewed a formal UC admissions officer and a college consulting expert, so definitely check that out. And yeah, good luck with college applications. You got this. No school determines your worth. You will end up where you need to be, and really at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. So I believe in you, you can do it, and it is not part of your worth or identity, and I promise in like 1 year or a few months, this is not gonna matter. So let me know in the comments below what you want to see next for Vlogmas, and for now, I will see you all tomorrow with a new video.